and we want to welcome everybody, both founders of On Passive and for those that are visiting us for maybe the first or second time to take another look at what is happening with this outstanding company. And I tell you, we are so excited. Cindy, I appreciate you so much and feel the same way. I feel honored to work with you and Victoria on these broadcasts, and it's a great opportunity to welcome Jeffrey Morlock today. Jeffrey's just been a blessing to the company, and some of the materials and things that he is creating are outstanding. I've had a chance to read through them, and I get more and more enthused as I read. And of course, our founder and CEO, weathering the pre-storm, and hopefully for those of you that are listening, we want to remember to pray for our friends out in the Bahamas that got just ravaged yesterday by the hurricane, and we ask that God would protect the shores of Florida all the way up through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and that Ash would be safe there in Orlando. And we're appreciative that we can get on here today. And so without any further ado, I feel honored to be here today to share something that in my 45 plus years experience of working from home, I have never, and I do mean never, been so excited. So if you ever doubt for one moment that you aren't in the right place at the right time, I'm hoping when we finish this presentation that you will be absolutely convinced. If you have any questions, please, if you're a guest, get back to the person that invited you here. They thought enough of you to invite you to change your life forever with this magnificent platform with On Passive and Go Founders. This is going to be a little bit longer than normal, but I would say if you didn't want to watch the whole thing, you would really be shortchanging yourself. So stay with us, and we will get through these wonderful new slides. Hopefully you will enjoy them. I know many of you are probably asking, what is that unicorn doing on the screen here with Go Founders and On Passive? Well, I think you'll have that answer very shortly. I want to welcome all of my fellow business partners with On Passive, Victoria Liao, Ash Mufareh, our CEO and genius leader. Of course, you just heard Cindy with those darling little boys that I hear about and love even without having a chance to meet them. And of course, Jeffrey Morlock. So we're welcoming you. We're bringing this to you together, and we hope that you'll enjoy it today. So I got to ask you a question. Just think for a minute and dream big. How would your life be if over the next few years, whether it's 5, 10, 15, it doesn't matter, all of a sudden you became financially independent with a company like On Passive? How would your life look to you if money was no longer an issue? So we're going to talk a little bit about unicorns. I don't know much about unicorns, and I certainly did not know about the term startup unicorn until I actually went through these slides the day before yesterday and learned that that phrase, startup unicorn, was actually coined by a Cowboy Ventures founder, Aileen Lee, all the way back about 7 years ago. And if you look, there are really two types of unicorn. The basic unicorn is a startup that is less than 10 years old and is already valued at over $1 billion. And those are very rare. But when you look at a super unicorn, this is a startup that is actually less than 10 years old and valued at over $100 billion. And if you look at that very teeny percentage of 1.28%, that represents the number or the percentage of startups that actually become unicorns. And even more rare is the super unicorn. In fact, one of the very few examples of a super unicorn is a small little social media company called Facebook. And this comes from our US Unicorn Trends. A paradigm shift. It's a new breed. You may have heard of the term unicorn as it relates to finances. In 2013, venture capitalist Aileen Lee wrote a report about startups that were less than 10 years old and who were valued already over $1 billion or more by the markets or private investors. Very rare. She called these startups unicorns because they denoted their statistical rarity as highly successful startups that were really very, very rare. While the rarity has diminished somewhat, there's still only a little bit more than just 370 unicorns worldwide. And the purpose of the report was to find similarities amongst the people who founded these $1 billion startups, not comparing for similarities between the startup companies themselves. And I think this is a really important point, because really what is setting OnPassive apart from any other online business opportunity that I've seen is the fact that we have a purpose, a vision, and we have the leadership and the people that are founding members right now that give us a more than certain chance to become a unicorn, and perhaps, I believe, in the very near future, maybe less than 10 years, a super unicorn. And this says an awful lot about people like Ash in terms of their long-term commitments, their vision, their commitment to help every single person, and to make sure that as a affiliate or a founder with GoFounders, that our capabilities to scale from almost nothing in terms of money, product, and people to their current unicorn company status. With the vision and commitment of Ash Mufareh, our founder, OnPassive will quickly become a world-class corporation, a unicorn, and eventually a super unicorn, communing daily at the table of a global economy. And that is why you and I are here today. What can you expect in this webinar today to learn about? Well, we talked about unicorns, but we're also going to talk about the background of what's happening in the world of entrepreneurship with background globalism. Old science becomes new science. What OnPassive is and how OnPassive got started. What disruptive innovation and technology is. The top 5 disruptive technologies, what OnPassive products are, why OnPassive products are greatly needed, and of course, our founder opportunity along with the affiliate opportunity that will begin very soon once we launch officially the OnPassive platform. Now, there is Ash as he works hard every day from his hot office out there on the OnPassive yacht. No, but isn't that a beautiful picture? I believe that probably looks to me like Miami Beach. And there is a boat, and this is representing the success of OnPassive. And success is simply where preparation and opportunity meet. Here we offer you real gold. That's right, not the gold nuggets perhaps, but real value, real hope for the future. And you know what? This gold will change you and your family's life. It will meet you in places right now that maybe up until now you've been dreaming of. But one of the things that I am certain, for those of you that pay attention with OnPassive, your dreams will soon become your reality. It is your hand and what you make out of it. The future is entirely up to you. We are given the tools, the opportunity, and the platform with OnPassive to change our lives, our families' lives, our children's lives, and generations of people globally forever. Now let's talk about economic globalization, okay? The modern world began a forceful push for economic globalism sometime back, so now. Like it or not, we're all making this change. The world is changing quickly. We no longer live in isolated communities, economies, or nations. Just look at the number of founders that are represented and how many countries they are currently in. It's truly amazing. We no longer rely on just having our own isolated resources with a global economy. It's no longer about solving a few people's problem. It's about solving global problems with global awareness. And the wonderful thing about OnPassive, it doesn't matter where you might be listening in from tonight, you are going to be able to participate. If you are a guest and you're looking to get started, we've got you covered with OnPassive. In fact, one of the things that old science says is that the origin of life is random. The relationship to our body and the world is one of separateness. The rule of nature is one of competition and conflict. And one thing I will tell you, if you are visiting with us tonight for the first time, On Passive is completely changing the playing field with new science that says the origin of life is not random. The relationship to our body and the world is one of being connected. The rule of nature is cooperation and mutual benefit on staying connected. This is no longer a one-trick pony. Everybody that wants to has the same opportunity, whether you're in the United States, Seychelles, Europe, Asia, it just doesn't matter. We're all connected. Did you know that the societal, medical, and most corporate models are still pretty much based on the old science, the old business model and principles of competition? They ask, how can I benefit? What we want to do with On Passive as we move forward is, how can my partners, how can the people that I work with this magnificent company, how can I help them to benefit? Why is this important? Because On Passive is not based on those principles. It's a new day in the way that we do business from home or abroad. On Passive is based on cooperation and your mutual benefit. It's a very real state of the art technology driven internet business. If you want to know, that's what we are. We are a technology driven internet business consisting of brick and mortar assets. We have artificial intelligence driven online marketing business platform that will change your life and the way that you build your business at home in a new way. We have leading cutting edge proprietary products, a suite of products that will continue to grow. And for those of you that are currently working and building other online businesses or looking for excellent lead generation platforms, you have a product suite of leading edge tools that are going to give you everything and more than what you need. How about traffic? Visitors, quality, focused traffic that is going to be driven to whatever websites, company, products you want to represent and promote. If you are not a person who likes to sell, if you are a person who does not like to recruit, there is no necessity for you to do that in order to earn with our platform. And we have the development teams located globally. Brand new campus over in India, our headquarters in down in Florida with Ash and the team there, and just an opportunity to see our development teams, our internet engineers and technicians continue to grow and develop the top products in the globe online marketing tools today. On Passive asks, how can we benefit others? Well, there's a beautiful car. That could be yours someday soon, or one of those beautiful yachts and boats out there. But the thing that I want to encourage everybody is to dream big and think big, because ambition is the pathway to success. And your consistency and persistence is the vehicle that you will arrive. I say you will arrive in. If you keep focused, keep moving forward, and keep using the system, the platform, and the expertise of people that have done what you are looking to do, then you are in a place of abundance. Do not let any risk limit you on the journey from impossible to possible. It all starts with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. It started back, actually, I think, just under 2 years ago for Ash, but Ash is a great leader. He is compassionate. He is truthful. He cares about every one of the people that have stepped forward and become a founding member with On Passive and Go Founders. He has over 20 years, or about 20 years, in online business expertise. He's never previously owned a home business as far as an owner of any business that's marketed. He's not owned one, and this is his first time. And boy, I'll tell you what, you'd never know by what he is bringing to us with OnPassive and what he's already brought to us with our GoFounders website. You could not find a more trustworthy, likable, kind, gentle online business leader, but also you'll never be able to find this type of sustainable online business models. We all know, if you've been looking for different businesses, I have a lot of opportunities each and every day. I look at them and I just can't find anything that I feel is going to be around. And I think that's pretty much what Ash's story is that he shared with me. He was really looking to go back to work using his own tools and marketing expertise, but just could not find something that he felt was going to be long term, something that was going to be reliable and something that was run by honest people. And as an affiliate marketer, he suffered the same things that you and I do. I know many people right now that have been in 4, 5, 6 businesses in the last 6 months to a year. And every time I talk to them, it's gone out of business or they're not paying. And we need something that works for 100% of the people. And thank heavens, that's what Ash has developed. He's a family man with his wife and kids patiently standing by his sides as he creates this online marketing masterpiece. He received a Master's of Information Technology and E-commerce. That's called an MIT certification. And he attended Harvard University to learn specifically about online business creation. So that, to me, qualifies Ash to be the type of leader that I have committed myself 100% to. And he's also taken the time not to just be a student of a textbook, but he's gone and he's actually looked at some of the great business models of all time. Companies like Walmart, Google, Apple, Chase, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, LinkedIn, Skype, and more. Well, listen, I feel absolutely thrilled and honored. I've gotten to know Victoria from our calls. I haven't had the privilege. We look very forward to being able to meet Victoria and Cindy and Jeffrey, and of course, Ash face to face very soon. But I am thrilled to be able to just introduce one of our leaders who you know and whose beautiful voice you hear with her enthusiasm and her excitement about OnPassive. I want to ask Victoria Leal to come out and share a little bit over these next few slides, and then I'll come back and join you when she is done. Victoria?
Thank you